POV, the meta has remained pretty much the same for nearly an year now, and you're getting tired of using the same guns over and over and over again. So now you're looking for something a little different that can still compete against the top dogs, which is why in this video, we'll be presenting some amazing off-meta options that you can use even in today's meta. Kickstarting the list, we have a couple ARs here, starting with CODM's first ever meta AR, the AK-117. During the game's release, this was the OG main AR, which combined low recoil with decent time to kill. These days, it has transitioned into being a flex AR, functioning as a side grade to the Type 19 and XM4. It doesn't have the ability to 3-tap with one headshot, but in return, it features a faster consistent time to kill than its meta counterparts while having pretty impressive range. However, its recoil is somewhat unpredictable as it doesn't have a consistent spray pattern, so you'll have to build it slower if you want it to be remotely accurate. Another classic AR on the list here is the Type 25. This was the first ever true flex AR in CODM's history that even saw a bit of a resurgence back in 2022, but is still an excellent off-meta option till this day. You can think of this as being very similar to the BP50 with the 30-round magazine, featuring a combination of fast time to kill and fire rate. But the Type 25 is a much more consistent time to kill in comparison, so you'll be getting the faster time to kill more frequently. As a trade-off though, its mobility and handling aren't quite as good, although it's still not that bad. It also has a sudden horizontal shift in recoil mid-spray, which can throw you off at longer ranges. Next, we have arguably the most underrated DMR in the game, the M1 Garand. It is the weakest out of the three semi-auto marksman rifles, but it also has the fastest fire rate. But you shouldn't think of it as a regular precision weapon, rather as a semi-automatic assault rifle. If you have a good trigger finger and can consistently max out the fire rate, first off, your future partner will appreciate that. Also, you effectively have a better Odin as it features a faster fire rate, better hitboxes, no BSA, and extremely low recoil. It is quite tricky to tap the fire button that fast on a consistent basis, but if you can, you are looking at a weapon that can essentially take on any range with very few counters. Moving on to the SMGs, we have the QQ9 with 10mm ammo conversion, or just QQ10 for short. You can think of this as a side grade to the Fennec that trades consistency for potential. Its consistent time to kill is slower than the Fennec, however, the potential for faster time to kill is easier to achieve with the QQ10, so you can kill incredibly fast as long as you consistently hit chest/lower arm shots. Its effective good range is a bit better than the Fennec as well. However, its hipfire spread and mag size are nowhere as good, making it less effective for aggressive encounters. Some of you might be missing back when the BP50 could kill really fast up close without needing to deal with a pathetic 30-round magazine. Well, meet the next best thing, the QXR. This SMG features a very similar, actually slightly better, tactical profile than the BP50 with the 30-round magazine, being able to kill incredibly fast up close while having surprisingly good range for an SMG, and it has a much more manageable 50-round magazine. But it has much more recoil than the BP50, so it can't take the same ranges as easily. The next SMG we have is one that has been burned into the memory of many players. Even mentioning its name is enough to bring back the nightmares. The MX9. This gun back in 2022 was the undisputed king of SMGs until it got nerfed into the ground. Today, it is still a very strong SMG that features competitive time to kill, excellent mobility and handling, decent range, and surprisingly good BSA for an aggro SMG. It does have some horizontal recoil mid-spray, but considering that it is meant for closer ranges, this is perfectly manageable. But you still have to watch out for the small mag size of only 35 rounds. Finally, for our last weapon, we have an LMG that doesn't even function like one. The Bruin MK9. Despite being under the LMG category, this gun plays more like the Type 19 and XM4 thanks to the 60-round magazine, which effectively converts it into an AR with comparable mobility and handling. It features identical TTK to the XM4 and Type 19, except with much better range, and the benefits of being an LMG such as better material penetration, high hit flinch, and full body disable. The trade-off here being that the Bruin basically has anime jiggle physics with how much it bounces whenever you fire, which can make it feel a lot less accurate than it actually is. Let us know what your favorite off-meta weapon is. Going dark.